I want to talk about the decision that you have made to not go back to the classroom at the beginning of next school year. And I think that that is amazing. Obviously, super excited for you. I am stoked. You sent me a video last week that literally made me cry. You telling your daughter, this is the last time I'm leaving you. You and I are going to be together from now on. I was sitting here at my desk and I was like, oh my gosh, that's amazing. And I think that it is the coolest thing ever. And I also think that not everybody would make that decision before they already had proof that it was going to work. And you made that decision not yet knowing for sure this is going to work. And you may know in your brain, you may know in your heart it's going to work. And I believe that for you as well. But
Yes.
I would love to hear from you. What did that decision look like? And what gave you the confidence that this was going to work and that it was the right decision to go ahead and leave before you knew for sure?
This is something that my husband and I talked a lot about, of just how it was affecting my health. And we just kind of had this motto that it's just going to work and we're going to fight hard until it does. And I felt like me going back was me committing to a whole year. I felt like I couldn't take a few months and like wait and see and get it off the ground and then leave my classroom set up, leave my students in the middle of the year. My school have to find a new sub for my students, which is totally fine. Teachers leave the classroom mid-year all the time. But I just was like, you know what? I'm just done. I don't want to go back. I don't want to have to reset up my classroom. I don't want to have all of the summer trainings and the back to school nights. Like, I want a clean break. I want to leave at the end of the school year and not come back. And I also had the confidence from the program. You're not just teaching us how to get a baby to sleep. You're walking us through how to write the plans, walking us through, giving us the experience of working with parents, which I call my student teaching, our volunteer clients. I've told everybody I'm in my student teaching of sleep consulting right now. I'm working with my volunteers. Like, all that I learned from the actual business side, I have so much confidence that it will work, that I was able to walk away before I had any proof. Like, I walked away before I earned $1. So I know that I'm going to, and I have that confidence. My husband always tells people, when people are like, what's Courtney doing? He's like, it's such a niche, but it's not. Because literally anytime you meet somebody who has a child, you're like, oh, how old are they? How are they sleeping? We were like, these are little God winks of, like, when we were starting to think about this, we were starting to pick up on how many people were asking us how our daughter was sleeping. And like, they didn't even know I was thinking about sleep consulting. It's one of the first things that you say. How are they eating? How are they sleeping? I was seeing posts on Facebook of these moms being like, I'm struggling with my kids' sleep. Can anybody help? And so my husband was starting to see that too. And he's like, everyone is struggling. There is never going to be a shortage of parents who are struggling with their child's sleep. It's everyone. But there's not sleep consultants walking around everywhere, or people like me who didn't even know it existed. I'm so thankful that my mom was like, hey, we sleep trained you guys. Why don't you read this book and I can help you? But if I didn't have that, I wouldn't have even known what to do. There's no education for new parents. I had no idea. We brought our daughter home from the hospital, put her in a crib in her own room with a blanket on. No one told me any safe sleep. And I woke up one night with my 3-day-old baby completely under a blanket. I had no idea you weren't supposed to put a blanket on her. I just thought she was cold. So I'm like, why? It's so important for parents to learn safe sleep guidelines for their babies, to have any idea of what sleep is going to look like. It's such a big important part. People get lactation consultants and people take newborn classes, and none of it covers sleep. And so someone is always going to need a sleep consultant. And my whole mantra is just tell people it exists. And they're going to know a friend who's struggling, who's going to know a friend who's struggling, who's going to know a friend who's struggling. And I'm never going to run out of clients. It's just about getting my name out there, and for people to understand that there is hope and you don't have to live tired.